Hey, welcome to the Grease Monkey Glory podcast. It's my first time, if you could tell. I have with me here Chris and Asher, and my name's Josh. And so today we like to talk about, so it's prom for us, even though I'm the only one dressed up. And I was hearing the memo that we were all supposed to dress up, but I guess not.
You see, last night was long, so
Long.
you kind of forgot.
It was a Friday. It was a Friday.
It was a Friday night.
You got, man.
Don't tell me I got, bro.
Don't get got.
Don't get got. But we were thinking of
Prom questions.
Yes, prom questions basically, and it's a difficult matter. You know, it's prom. You only get one of them, sometimes two in this kid's case. Well,
Not because I was held back or anything.
he was, by the way.
Was not.
All right, Chris, you want to hit him with the questions?
Okay, my first question for you two gentlemen is, what would be your dream car to pull up to prom in, and why?
Well, see, I can't even decide my dream car in general because,
Yeah,
I got,
exactly.
5 different ones. But, are we talking, does it have to be, SUV so you can take your, friends around? Or is it just, you and your date?
What's our specs?
Well,
here?
that's the thing is on the first thing you mentioned is the reason it's a little bit easier than regular dream cars because this is only for one night.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to worry about daily
It's
driving
that
this
that
car.
one night opportunity.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about all that. You just get the one night, this car is yours, you know?
Some of us don't
and-
have friends, so we just want to take the first 2 cars and roll around the prom with it.
That's fair.
Do what you got to do.
But I mean, and it's also one of those, it could be an SUV so that you can take the whole
Yeah.
group. Or it could be something where it's smaller, just you and your date or whoever
Yeah.
you're going with, you know.
Or
And
your mom or something, but or your friend's mom, that works too. But.
nothing wrong with taking your mom to prom, I guess.
Well, if you don't got a date,
Moving on. So, Josh, what would be yours?
Dude, all right, so if I had to go SUV, I'd probably, or can I go, here, I won't go SUV. I'd probably go a wagon of some sort. Recently, I found on my Instagram feed the Porsche Panamera, but it was a Panamera with it's like a European body kit they only make over there, and it's I will say it's one of the cooler body kits I've seen on a wagon of all things. But probably a good old Porsche. Plus it hopefully won't break down on me.
You say wagon, and I'm just imagining you rolling up to prom in a 1980s
Yes,
station wagon.
that's what I
you
was
know?
thinking.
Wagon.
I was like, what are you going to, roll up and, drop it on bags?
Hit them with
You got
the
Beach Boys
wood
playing on
panel
the-
side,
playing
got
on
the
the
surfboard
radio.
on top. Yeah. But honestly, car, dude, I might have to go just either GT350, GT500.
That's what's up.
But if you ask me what GT500, I'll either say the 2014, to where it was the last actual, I guess, good muscle car that I've seen recently. Because I would say one of the newer ones, but it's also just, it's got the new dual clutch transmission in it, which kind of takes out the fun of ripping through gears by yourself. But
That is a good point.
yeah,
Asher?
If we're going off what you did with the SUV in the car, SUV would probably be a blacked out Escalade. Take them with the blacked out Escalade with the blacked out rims.
you can't go wrong.
You can't, and then
That's
have
a good point.
red pinstriping inside seats on leather suede, and just roll with it.
Yeah,
I
that's a pimp mobile right there, bro.
Yeah,
That's
just a little lift that I wouldn't want to low.
That's just me rolling up I am him, bro.
Yeah, and then just have it lifted a bit so it's not
Yeah.
on back. If I had to pick car, it would probably be 458 with
Oh, okay.
a wide body kit on
Alright.
it, performance exhaust.
That's a good
Just to roll
one.
through. And I say that because The only reason is because if it's here, we just roll down Providence, and you just absolutely all you got to do is go through second, and you've already rang out the whole entire school, and everyone knows you're rolling up.
That is a good point.
So I think that's what I would do, and have it in like a teal blue on, like black.
Teal blue, okay.
On like white rims.
I don't know about the white rims on
actually
that with the blue.
You'd be surprised. Like I think
you gotta go chrome rims.
I mean, I could see that too, but
see, I like more white with that. I don't like chrome that unless it's like I don't even know. Like I don't like chrome that much. So I mean, I'd rather go white. But there's I just met a kid actually that I was talking to you about in that group chat who's a junior. He has I don't even know what year it is. It's a Honda Civic, but it blue. It has like some nice white rims on it, and I'm like, that's the actual first car that I think like looks good with white rims. I'm not agreeing that a Honda Civic is a good car, by the way. Never said that in my life. That didn't come out of my mouth. I was just saying.
My thing with the teal blue and the white is that I got to work on this M6 one time that was teal blue, and it had just a few chrome accents, and it had chrome rims, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine white going with that. I think the chrome just has such a nice, like, simple but also shiny factor to it, where it would just look so good with the blue, and it wouldn't take away from the blue.
Yeah,
white and
like
chrome.
The white would.
White and chrome kind of.
I mean, you could also, I was gonna say you could also go like a brushed chrome or anything to get more of like a matte satin finish on it, so it's not too shiny for you, I guess.
For sure.
What you got, Chris?
Ooh.
What you rolling up with?
I think if I'm going just me and my date, I gotta take a jet black Boss 429, right, with a mean exhaust on it. I'm gonna roll up in that, and a little red stripe down the side, cause those look so good when it just has the 429 in the middle of the stripe. Oh, that's beautiful.
You're not gonna roll up in a Mini Coupe?
Nah, I was actually thinking Prius.
I'm leaving the podcast.
I was thinking Prius, actually. LS swapped Prius, though.
Nah, dude. Silent but deadly. Keep it silent but deadly.
Hood exhaust exit.
Have like the smokestacks up.
Yeah.
And if I'm taking more than just me and my date, if it's a whole squad thing, I think I'm pulling up in a Hummer EV. Something that I don't gotta pay for gas, and I can fit everyone, and we can ride in style.
And he can sit at the light up here and put it to watts to freedom and just rip when it turns green.
Absolutely.
Charge everybody's phone at once, bro. Like nothing.
You can, and that's awesome.
Well, I mean, Jim, actually, he got a new Tacoma.
Really?
Yeah, and I didn't even realize this, but they have kind of like, I guess the new Rams do, but they have like just wireless chargers that you can just set your phone in it. But like sometime, I guess for Toyotas, you have to put in like an app or something for it to be able to use it. But I was like, bro, this would be clutch, just be able to throw my phone down there. I mean,
breaks the charger the first time he goes to use it because he throws his phone at it.
It's already cracked enough. We're good. But not like for the F-150, you have to like use Apple Play and everything. And I don't know if that's for like every car to use Apple Play, but you have to plug it in and everything.
So, but you can change that depending on the vehicle. So it's like Bluetooth. Like on my mom's Chevy Trax, it has Apple Play that you hook up with the cord. But you can also do it Bluetooth. You just have to download like the OnStar app or whatever. And get that all set up. So I think that there are cars that you can do it Bluetooth. It's just you have to have the corresponding apps for the car.
Yeah.
Just weird that our cars have apps now.
Yeah,
dude, I don't even.
Mine doesn't, but
mine didn't.
Like I will say the only thing. It's funny you say that because like the only thing that I even use while driving, like I don't I don't text and drive. Like,
Oh, good boy.
I hope not.
I've seen you.
Don't
do it.
text and drive.
Yeah,
anyone out
I
there.
probably have done it before. All right, when your girl texts you an important text, you gotta text her back. All right, there is no
knees
punctual.
knees on the steering
Yeah,
wheel,
yeah.
both hands locked
Josh
in.
has never driven with his knees on the steering wheel.
Bro, that's I suck at it. I actually do. I'm not good at driving without my hands. Most of the time, I'll ask my friend to take the steering wheel while if I do. Well, this is just bad. No, I don't do that. I just don't do that. Never
Lesson
mind.
learned. Don't text and drive.
Don't
folks.
text and drive. But no, I was saying that like the only app I think I'll ever use while driving is the Maps app. Because like if I'm going on a long road trip and like without if I was in the Mustang without having a screen or anything, I'd just be having to keep going back looking at my phone like every 10 minutes, and it's just nice to just be able to look at the screen and be like, oh, okay.
That's something I do like about mine is that even though it's an '04 and it had very old basic technology, because it has the same tech in it as the 99, which has like the same tech in it as the 94. But mine has the radio was replaced with a Kenwood touchscreen radio.
Yeah.
And that's really nice because I have a screen and I have my maps on my screen.
Oh,
and
that's true.
I
That
can
is true.
choose I can choose like songs on Spotify and playlists and stuff like that with my screen.
Wait, you don't have to use an aux, right? Or do you still have to use an aux?
I have to use my cord, but it sits
Okay.
like perfectly by the seat, so it's like I'm not even using an aux cord. It's incredible.
Good for you.
No, well, I was gonna say, even my car is 10 years older than or newer than yours is,
Yeah.
Chris. I still have to use an aux, and it just gets in the way of everything.
Well, mine can do Bluetooth too. It just doesn't do Apple Play if I do Bluetooth.
Well, see, mine has Bluetooth. I can call people, but I just it won't allow me to play music, even though it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Yes, there's something wrong with it. Yes, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So now that we're all been through our questions, I guess.
we figured out our cars.
All right. Celebrity. No judgment, man or female. Who you taking?
Is there more than one?
Like to prom or
You
just
can't-
like
no,
in a
I'm
I'm
fight?
taking them in the Pitmobile, as you said.
Yeah. Yeah. There you
Yeah.
go. You could take at least 6 people in there.
I could fit a couple in the trunk.
I want to know. You said who you taking, and I want to know. Do you mean to prom, like in a street fight? What are you talking here? What do you mean who you taking?
I can't take that many people in a street fight. I don't think, at least celebrities. I'd be I'd only fight The Rock for a mil, but
A mil.
yeah. I feel like I'm a little bit faster than The Rock, I think.
Until he kicks you backwards and you fly 300 feet backwards and you're like, oh, I'm out, done.
Fight The Rock or beat The Rock? Because that's a thing.
I'll just
that's a
fight The
difference.
Rock.
If you want to beat him, just bring a piece of paper.
Oh, my gosh.
Just subtle rock, paper, scissors joke for you there.
Goodness.
Yeah. My bad. Who are you taking to prom? And
Easy.
let's do, you can pick 2 people.
What you
Two
got,
people?
Chris?
Like a little duo you got.
Okay. Danica Patrick and Zach Job from Donut Media.
Ooh. Oh, that's good.
Asher, what you
Oh,
got?
I don't know yet, man. You got to go.
Dude, I see, for me, you can either make it so they make you look good too. You could go comedians in there, maybe some Kevin Hart, Seth Rogen action. Or you can give yourself a little benefit in this. That's
What do you
not,
mean? But
that's
here,
not what
explain
I,
yourself.
not what I
What are you
meant.
getting at? Benefit in what way?
Who would make you more connected with
Yeah.
people?
And let's just say you asked but I know, but let's just say, bro, Kanye, come over here, bro. Kanye's probably one of the worst things I could have picked in that, but he's a good businessman. That's the only reason I picked it. You see Yeezy and Adidas and stuff.
You mean the
Kim,
businesses that dropped him?
yeah, but Kim took half of it. anyways.
Okay, let's
so,
narrow this down to celebrity.
We know Josh is taking
No, let's,
Drake,
Drake.
or Drake,
Absolutely not. I am not taking Drake.
Kanye, and someone else.
How about we narrow this down to celebrities within the automotive world? So
Okay.
like race car
Yeah.
drivers.
See, I mean,
people.
if you're asking me that, if I could, I think Chris knows who I would take if I could.
Say,
I mean, if I could, I'd take
swear
Paul.
if it's Kyle Busch,
Nah,
we got
I-
issues.
Oh, Paul Walker.
Yeah, I'd take Paul Walker if I could.
That's valid.
We-
Yeah.
Paul Walker.
Been a long day without you, my friend.
I gotta go.
about it when I see
Oh.
you again.
Thank you.
Just in case, you know.
I don't know who I'd do. I think I'd do probably a Formula One driver. So I'd
Yeah.
probably do Lewis Hamilton.
I was thinking
It's my
you
main-
choose
For-
Lewis.
you could go for
'cause-
Staffen though.
I don't like Red Bull.
He's a Mercedes guy.
Mercedes
Alright,
is my
alright.
is my
I
racer.
will say Red Bull,
Dude.
like normal Red Bull though, like the drink is kind of bad. Or is
I
that
mean,
is that like a hot
I don't
take?
li- I don't
It's
like
kind
the
of a
Red
hot
Bull
take
energy
because
drink.
it's like it depends.
I don't-
It's
I
like
was gonna say it depends on the person. I feel like because a lot of the time, like I'll ask and people will be like, "Nah, bro, I love Red Bull."
Or
And
it's like,
another-
I hate
it's
it.
like it's like battery acid or something. Like
I'm
that's
a
how. Yeah, I was gonna
Rain
say
guy.
I'm like Rain Monster kind of guy, but
I'm not picky with them as long as they don't like.
as long as they taste good, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I'd take Lewis Hamilton and then other automotive people.
Oh, I said we're going with two, right?
Yeah, you
You
said
did
two.
say
I
two.
only said one.
I was thinking
I'll,
that.
yeah, my bad.
I don't know. I'd probably go to Formula One drivers just because I can't think of any other automotive.
I
I'd
mean-
probably do Lewis Hamilton and then
Yeah.
on top of that do like
He is taking Max Verstappen too, I guess.
I'm not. I don't like him. I'd probably take like Lando Norris or like
Yeah. Okay.
Sainz. Like the Ferrari guys
Yeah.
are pretty high up
Yeah.
there. Even Lando. I can't do Daniel Ricciardo. He got kicked out of the Formula One for doing stuff.
I was gonna say picking Formula One drivers could be clutch though. For you having the pimp mobile, they could drive it.
Just ask them. Just ask Mercedes to bring like a
Yeah.
Formula.
Since you're taking Paul Walker, Josh, you also got to take like Jordana Brewster.
Do I have
plays
to
Mia.
though? Do I have to though? Actually, no. If I had to pick, I don't even know if I'd pick Vin Diesel.
Really?
Yeah,
You
I
take
think.
Tyrese. You
yeah.
taking Rome?
Yeah, I
That'd
think
be
I
a
have to
more
take
fun
Rome.
prom.
I mean, like that old Too Fast, Too Furious vibe.
Yeah.
That'd just be funny.
Well, if you came with Vin, he would come up with a Corona, and you can't bring that to a school function. So
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
whereas as if you
School
brought
function.
Rome and
Only my homeboys
you
call
brought
me
Paul,
Rome.
I mean that'd be a great prom.
That'd be
dude.
the comedy duo right there.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
Plus-
would be whipping the
I
Mitsubishis
mean,
on the way to
Vin,
prom.
Vin would probably find a way to blow up prom. You feel
Probably.
me? Because I mean, like that's all they do nowadays.
He
Apparently,
steals the nicest car
And
from the
blows
parking
it up.
lot,
nah, you know, I
and then
forgot.
puts a
ooh.
rocket on it and goes to space.
Welcome to the Fast and Furious, Fate of the Furious, baby.
Yeah, I'm surprised they just haven't brought in like an aircraft carrier or something. Like at this point, we're like blowing up another planet or
So-
something. Like
They're definitely going through a black hole in Fast 10, right? I mean, I feel like that's where we're
bro,
at
and
now,
you
right?
know, you know that comes out the day before we
All right,
graduate.
here you go.
We going to see it?
If oh really?
Yeah,
Sorry,
so
I'm not trying to sidetrack
No,
here.
I,
had a
was, I
thought.
was thinking we go to see it the day before graduation.
We-
That would be
that's,
awesome.
That's a
Yeah.
plan. That's a good plan.
All right,
All right, word.
we make
I had a
plans
quick-
during
if-
the podcast.
Right? It's documented now. It's documented.
If Fast and Furious went to prom, what would it look like?
Like okay, so our
Fire.
No, but you got to think about this.
I'm
Are we
thinking- I'm
talking-
thinking-
But like, are we talking like old Fast and the Furious?
No, we're
or
talking like the
new Fast?
new like
No, I
this
want
is
old.
absolutely.
I was gonna say,
I want old.
I think I'd have to pick old Fast and the Furious.
For this,
And
I
who would
think-
go with who? Because you know, like, if be fighting over people.
I mean, like Tej and Rome would be fighting over like the really cute chick or something, and then Brian would have Mia, Vin would have Letty, but like, I mean, who else is new? I kind of
That's
like you
all.
got Dom's brother now. Like
Who? John
John
Cena.
John Cena. No, actually not. He didn't have a brother. It was just an invisible.
Yeah,
dude.
they just had a self-driving Mustang
Yeah,
in that
self-driving.
car. It was
like
really
it was weird, bro. But yeah, I think I'd have to go old Fast and the Furious for it, especially like with cars and stuff. Because I will say, like, it's more high school to pull up like with the OG Fast and the Furious like Supra RX-7 and everything with underglow and everything, just music bumping like that just sounds more appealing than everything blowing up around me as I'm pulling up.
Just the whole world just
yeah.
crumbles. Like pulling some Avengers where the whole planet's falling apart and you're just
exactly.
fine.
Because that was Old Fast and the Furious was when it was about just like actually street racing and just like being with the family kind of thing, and then now it's like ooh, save the
Family.
world.
but like mix a little family in that, you know.
Yeah, just a little dabble of family up in there.
Just a little bit of spice. But no, I think that would look pretty weird if the Fast and Furious gang was all at prom with a bunch of high schoolers. Well, I feel like that'd be a little odd.
Dude, I'm not sure if I remember this correctly, but I'm trying to remember what movie this was in, but I think Brian and Rome went to high school together.
Really?
Because I heard in one movie he was like, either that or it was like him and Tej. I think it was in the second movie, or I think it could be an older, one of the newer movies. But he says like Brian says something to Rome about one of the girls he took to prom, and I was like either they went to high school together or it was just like a story that they told each other. But like,
well, we know that they used to be best friends whenever they were like young, so it would have made sense that they went to the same high school together.
I'll take it. That'd be sick. That'd be sick.
The thought of those two being in a high school together, like I feel so bad for their teachers.
That principal, bro, probably saw him a lot.
That parking lot attendant.
They probably did a lot of stuff outside school.
We don't talk about parking lot attendants,
You know their
Wait.
parking lot had so much tread burnt into it.
I mean, that's how you leave your mark, though.
Yeah.
Not saying
until they come by and repave it all, and then it's
then you got to come back and do it again.
You come back and you got to leave it for the next class to leave their mark. That's the beauty of it.
If they can leave their mark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I only say that because I mean, like, I feel like the car communities going up and down a certain way, but at the same time with like high school. Rockbridge is actually doing pretty well.
Rockbridge has a lot of cars that can burn rubber.
They like those there's a decent amount of juniors I've met recently that actually do a decent amount with cars and own some pretty cool cars themselves, and I was kind of glad to see that because I mean like our senior class I would say isn't that into it. With Rockbridge, there's only I would say there's a group of maybe 10 of us here that have or I can't really say have, but are really into it and just are invested into it and want to make it like a long-term thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Because Thomas after prom is going to import Face Off with our buddy Mevlo, and Mevlo doesn't go to Rockbridge though.
I know who he is.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. You seen his GTI though? That thing is crazy. I heard it for the first time. I heard it for the first time the other day, and I was like,
I saw it whenever Thomas took his to Andy's, and there were like 4 of them there, and they were all just parked in the row. I was like, that looks like an Easter egg basket.
They're taking over. The GTIs are taking over, bro.
I swear, you used to be able to see like 3 in Columbia. Now you see like 20.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It's like there's one, there's one, there's one,
and
there's one.
I mean, because Mevlo, Thomas, Daniel.
Doesn't Parker have one?
Parker. He has one. And it's just, me and Marcel went on a cruise with him the other day too.
Really?
And it was just funny because we were the two odd men out, and we pulled up to Andy's after that too, and it was just egg fest, bro. We got some boiled eggs over there, deviled eggs, like you name it, bro. It literally that would have been perfect for Easter.
Right. Could have put some like tape or something or some kind of washable paint where you can just do the little Easter egg designs.
Yeah.
And, that would have been great. You could have done yours up as a bunny or something, dude. You could have put ears. Could have put ears on
Playboy
the
Bunny
Mustang.
Mustang or something.
Okay, no, I ain't going that far.
Well, I'm not saying it like that. I'm just like.
You're not saying it like that, but you're saying it like that.
But I'm saying it like that.
I meant the Easter bunny.
Yeah, I'm
Considered
aware.
Easter.
Well, you can do both. You can do both.
Anyway, new topic.
Sir, moving on.
Did you guys have a nice Easter?
No shot. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Producer / Mr. Monroe, for that wonderful sound effect.
Didn't mean it like that.
Easter, good, bad, ugly?
I had a pretty good Easter. I can't say that I do a lot for Easter, but
Yeah.
still always pretty good, even though I live right next to a church, so it's always crowded.
Busy, yeah.
Dude, yeah. Well, and it's busier for a lot longer, too.
Mhm,
So it's
I
just
bet.
kind of, but yeah, pretty good Easter. How
Good
about
to
you?
hear. It was all right. I just kind of hung around the place mostly. Didn't do too much.
Yeah.
Enjoyed a nice, quiet Sunday off because typically I work Sundays.
There you go.
So it was nice to have
There you
a Sunday that I didn't have to.
Yeah. Asher, what about you?
I had a good Easter. Went to church that morning. Was there. I don't know how long. As busy as always, but I think we were packing about 600 people between 2 services.
Wow.
Which we were pulling. That's a lot for a small.
I was gonna
Our
say.
auditorium holds 300 seats, so we
Wow.
were
Wow.
full both
Yeah.
services.
Dang.
But yeah, it was good. I was there from like 9 to 12. I had to help with kids choir, so I had all little kids come out and it was funny because they were coming out to sing and we came out late because we weren't paying attention. This little man in front of me lost his shoe, bro. So everybody's on stage, like, starting to play. I'm like, dude, get your shoe on, get your shoe on. I'm like, trying to help him. He's like waddling out there. And this is live stream, too. So I watch it back, and there's this kid that just pops in from the corner and starts singing. It was awesome. No, and then we went and had lunch with my grandparents and just hung out there for the evening.
There you go.
So it's pretty good.
Solid. Sounds like a nice day.
He's full, very full.
Yeah.
Lots of candy was eaten. Oof. So
I gotta lay off the candy. Not gonna lie.
sweet tooth.
What's the best Easter candy? The chocolate bunny or the chocolate egg?
Chocolate eggs?
Really?
Probably, yeah.
Chocolate
I
eggs.
think
I'm
I'll
saying
have
the
to go.
bunny.
Did you see they came out with the white chocolate eggs?
Really?
Oh yeah, them were good this year.
Because
really
I was
care
gonna
for
say
white chocolate.
I don't think I've eaten that many bunnies in my day.
See,
Yeah.
that's what I'm like.
Yeah, I'm more of the like egg guy, I could say, but at the same time, I don't really know.
Yeah.
I guess I gotta try more of
Yeah.
it because I mean like I said, I haven't done a lot for Easter the past couple of years, which kind of
Same.
I feel
tough.
I would like to do more, but it's because of COVID and stuff.
Yeah.
So going back to the car, so we had a guy roll up, and so was it Nerman's with GTR, the blue one that rolls around?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
actually another GTR that rolls around.
Is it
And it's-
white?
No, it's all gray. It's matte gray, and it rolls around, and it came that morning, and I wasn't paying attention, and looked back, and it has a Liberty Walk on it, and the sucker is like,
Bro,
it is literally parked in there, and
that
I go
sounds
around, and I'm like,
insane.
he walks inside, I like waddle over there real quick, I'm like observing, I'm like, he's gonna look through the window, think I'm a creep, but I'm like, my man's got a Liberty Walk on his GTR,
yeah.
and it's like,
it's here
it's,
too.
it's taken up I don't know if he is, I don't seen him around since, but I mean,
Yeah.
took up the whole spot, man. He got
It's wide.
and he had a couple exposed carbon pieces. I was like, oh, with the gray on black accents. I was like, oh,
I
dude,
was
you
gonna
got
say,
me covered.
I went to the O'Reilly's Como meet the other day, and I went last year to the same one. It was over the O'Reilly's on Business Loop, and I was gonna say that was a lot better than some of the ones I've went to. And
Really?
I even went there. I went there late. It was from like I want to say 6 to 9. I think it was supposed to be.
Nice.
And I got there at like 8, and it was still bumping. And even like after 9, it was bumping.
And is that thrown by O'Reilly's?
No, well, actually, it might have been, but it was also like it was a mix of two groups. It was a O'Reilly's and I think it was a Como Car Culture meet also. I'm not quite sure on that, so don't quote me. But
I'm quoting you on that.
but it was pretty, yeah, it was pretty good. And like I only say that because I mean, for Colombia, I mean, obviously, our car groups, car culture has actually grown a lot in I'd say the last 2 years,
Yeah.
and I I certainly appreciate that, knowing that I'll probably be here for a while longer at
Oh
least.
wow. Yeah.
So, and speaking of like pretty cool cars, I guess. There was a RX-7 that pulled up to the meet. It was like I want to say it had like a cartoon.
Rap.
I don't know if it was a wrap. I think it actually might have been drawn on.
Really?
Yeah, it was really good though, and it looked drawn on. Probably because it was like it had like a matte finish, but it was. This is gonna be funny. It was LS swapped. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I mean,
Alright.
the first thing you like when you hear like a RX-7, the first thing you think of is like is a
Think
rotary. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you hear it pull up and you just hear glug 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 glug, just some major chop to an
There is an
RX-7, you're just like,
imposter
what?
among us.
Yeah.
That
It
is
had
crazy.
the old like fighter jet, the mouths on them.
Yeah,
It had
yeah.
that. It had that on it too. It was sick,
Ooh,
dude.
that sounds
Yeah,
gnarly.
it was awesome. But I was just like, that's one of the one of the things I think of when I think that Colombia is growing with car culture. Because I mean, like if this were a year, 2 years ago, I wouldn't see anything like that here.
For
And
sure.
I feel like people are just being more open with builds and even just breaking out their cars. Because I mean,
Yeah.
you'll see pretty, I'd say, more normal cars than anything else. But I mean, like
Mhm.
it's still the car community, so we'll appreciate everyone's
There's a lot of
builds no
normal
matter what.
cars with things cut off of it to make
Mhm.
it
Yeah.
more fun.
Well, it's like even what Brandon said last episode. Is ever since we've gotten bigger, there's more car people coming in here because
Yeah.
Yeah.
Columbia wasn't considered a big city, but in the Midwest for a long time. 2 years ago, we looked at it and it was like it's what it is, and now you look at it and it's like this is kind of a place on the
Yeah.
map. People come
And,
rolling up.
Dude,
you know?
I will say that I'm thankful to be able to go on like trips and stuff like that, like with Thomas going to import face off and stuff. But like if you like just ever travel around and like I would say maybe St. Louis, Kansas City, and you'll see like other cars and stuff and how like their car community is. And it's wild to think we've actually gotten this far, which I'm actually really proud of. But I s- we went on a spring break trip down to Orange Beach,
Yeah.
and that's in Alabama, by the way, if you didn't know. Just
I
saying.
thought it was Florida, so
Well, I mean, it's like 2 miles away from Florida.
I was close.
Yeah, close enough. But we get down there the night we're driving down there, and dude, this insane truck meet. And I know it's a truck. I know it's a truck meet, not
Hey,
necessarily.
truck, don't diss them. Don't diss
I
them.
know. I love me a good truck, but it was insane. I think there was over like, did you guys go to the academy for the academy meet for Cash?
No,
I didn't really
saw-
either, but I saw a bunch of pictures.
I saw pictures and videos and
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
but like, did you see how big that was?
yeah.
Imagine 3 of that.
That's
Yeah, it was. It was in a grocery store parking lot.
Makes sense.
I hope they obviously got like the permission from
They
the
didn't.
grocery.
Just,
No,
you can't get
well,
your groceries.
See, you say that, but it wasn't
Well,
like
maybe in Orange
was-
Beach, Alabama, they did.
it was a nice truck meet, dude. Like, you'd see these trucks roll by on the street too, and you already immediately know where they're going.
Yeah.
And they were like 250s, 350s with I want to say like a 10-inch bill to lift. They were all the same too. but I mean, like, they were all different, but they were all the same.
Yeah.
But, like, it was insane.
No.
I never thought I'd see something like that.
Well, it's insane. You go to St. Louis and you see all that. Like, we were rolling back from a baseball game once, and we were rolling back on whatever I-70, and all of a sudden I hear this rumble, and I'm like, something's coming. So I
Yeah.
look behind me. Neon, not even neon, just lime green GT3 rolls by. And bro, I'm riding with somebody who's not even a car person. I said, roll down the window real quick. They're like, why? I said, trust me.
Trust me.
And then they pulled. I knew they were about to pull because they had an open shot, and they pulled, and I was like,
Oh, yeah, dude.
and they had,
Facts.
and they opened the valves too on their exhaust, so it wasn't quiet. But I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
you feel
nice.
that.
There was someone in
Actually, that'd be my like
prom
Yeah.
vehicle.
GT3.
GT3, bro. GT3
Okay.
RS, but it has to have like it's like what is it, like Gintani exhaust. Those things sound mean with an exhaust. They're really loud.
You're just not gonna
too.
get an FI exhaust and put it on it.
No.
Slap it on. Just
Well, I mean, or I could just like straight pipe it.
I would say,
Or
you know
just
what you would need
go down
for,
from the headers, I guess.
True.
What you would need for a great exhaust system on that car is called a sawzall. Because it saws off.
God.
And you can just whoop,
Yeah.
and then
you're
go
fine.
rum, 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 and be great.
and then you get pulled over, and then they're like, "Sir,
Where's your exhaust?
where's your exhaust?"
It
I
got-
left it at home
somebody
today.
cut it off.
Somebody stole my catalytic converter. You know how St. Louis is.
Oh,
Just tell them, sorry, officer, I left my exhaust at home
yeah,
today.
My
exactly.
exhaust at home today.
So I left my remote control for my exhaust at home, so I can't close,
Close the valves.
Yeah.
My goodness, you just like, and then you like as you drive off, you close them from your car. It's like,
You're like, oh, look at that. They closed.
they
no.
close.
It's a good thing we don't have fancy cars.
Yeah, they'd probably be in the shop a couple good times,
Or the impound lot.
or the impound lot, or at a
I had to pay a speeding ticket the other day.
Really?
What'd you do?
Yeah.
How much?
How fast? Same
How
difference.
fast or how much?
Both.
Or is this
Am I
gonna
even
be
allowed?
incriminating?
Yeah, I was gonna say, am I even allowed to say this? I mean, I paid it, so.
Show
So,
the
yeah.
number with your hands.
Yeah, nah, I'll just say over under. You got to guess over under 25.
I say over.
You were going
No.
out.
Under. Wow. Whoa. Where were you going? Like, what road were you on? I want to know this first.
It was on
So
iPhone.
definitely not
It was on iPhone.
My man was pulling 55 and a 40.
There was a
Try 63. And a
someone
40.
someone we know that I'm not gonna name. Someone we know got pulled over on Nifong by a state trooper.
I did pay it off, by the way. Just letting you know, it was not illegal.
It's not worth
It was
speeding.
$191 actually. Yeah.
It's not worth speeding,
Yeah,
so don't speed.
not at all. Don't
Drive
don't
safely.
speed.
Drive
I was
safely,
driving
please.
safe. It was
I'm
just a
talking
little
to the
fast.
audience. I'm talking to
Okay.
the
a little
audience.
fast. 25 more. Push 5 more over, you can go in jail for that.
Yeah, stop it.
Yeah, we have we know someone who I'm not gonna name that got pulled over on Nifong by a state trooper going like 30 miles an hour over the speed limit with the wrong plates on their car and got away with a warning. Got away with a warning, dude. I was on the phone with him. It was before school one day. I was on the phone with
Before
him.
school,
It was
too?
before
Oh
school.
my
Buddy was
gosh.
running late to school. It was before school. I was on the phone. And we had the, all right, yeah, I'll see you in a little bit, like, talk soon kind of thing. Hung up the phone. A minute later, literally a minute later, a dude who's in a group chat that me and this other guy are both in, sends a video to the group chat saying free this person's name, and it's him getting pulled over by the state trooper. Well, this person gets there, gets to school, tells us all what happened. Yeah, got away with a warning.
Is it Marcel?
Did that?
I don't know. I'm just taking a guess.
Yeah, I'm assuming so.
No, it is not.
That's like that. It was a Instagram video that I saw.
Oh no. Oh great.
No. And this dude gets pulled over. Guess how fast he was going?
I don't know, 40 over.
135.
Close.
In a what?
125?
Yeah, 125.
In a what?
I
On a
I'm
bike?
gonna
70?
say probably.
A highway.
Yeah, it was either on a highway or it was like one
A
of the
school
back
zone.
roads where it's like 65, 50. But cop comes up to him and he just goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna just let you off with a warning, man. Just slow down." And I'm just like, "Can I get some kind of luck like that, man? Like, dude, that's just that guy should have gone to jail."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Going to
I
work
got
with
a
the
hundred.
speed.
I got a $130 ticket for not having a front plate on the Mustang.
Couldn't
Really?
tell you because I
I'll
haven't been
take it.
pulled over.
I'll take it.
Take the ticket?
No, I mean like, I'll take not having that happen to me. Knock on some wood here.
Well, yeah, I would take not having that happen to me
Really?
too. But
Did you have the like your front license plate?
Yeah. I
I
had it
mean,
in my
like,
windshield.
did you have your holder on the front of your car?
No. There's no holder. There are two unthreaded holes
That you were supposed to thread a bolt through.
that you're supposed to that I'm supposed to
Well,
somehow do. But yeah, so I just have my
'Cause
front plate tucked in my windshield, and like every other officer I've ever encountered has been all right with it. And this one gave me a $130 ticket.
Wow.
I mean,
I
it
would-
is technically against the law, I guess.
It's against the law, I guess, but how many mom cars are there out there with no front
Facts.
plate?
I
That's why you just get
completely agree
that's
with
why you get a
that.
truck and get a commercial license and then just put like an eagle on the back
Well, I
license
mean,
plate.
Or you got to get one of the farm use
Yeah.
only back plates. But I mean, like if you get a truck here, you don't have to have a front plate, which is kind of nice. But I think they should do that for cars.
So
I don't
what I'm
think-
hearing is that I should turn the Mustang into a Mustang El Camino so that it
That-
counts
yes,
as a truck and I
exactly.
don't get
Okay.
tickets for no front
Okay,
plate.
on that note,
Because that's easier than just zip tying my license plate.
Yeah.
on that note,
I think it's a good idea.
No, but like, so, I'm surprised. I was gonna say Will has been pulled over like
In the Miata?
Will's been pulled over
three
quite
times.
a bit.
In the
But
Miata?
he's got like multiple different warnings, which I'm very thankful for.
Yeah.
I mean, like it would have been kind of bad.
I've been pulled over a total of 4 times, and none of them were for speeding or anything.
I feel like we probably shouldn't be talking
Well, listen,
about this
mine
on the
actually has
podcast
a
right now.
completely legitimate excuse. Not excuse.
well, we've
reason.
been at this for now 30 minutes.
Well,
Yeah, I was
probably.
gonna say, never mind.
Mine.
Close off this podcast.
I
with
was
this, bro.
getting pulled over because my plates were technically 2 years expired, but they had already been renewed. I just never got the sticker from the person I bought the car from, like to say that they were renewed. So every time I'd get pulled over, the officer would run my registration, and they'd be like, "Oh, you're actually good through the end of this year,"
Yeah.
kind of thing. And they'd just be like, "All right, just get that taken care of whenever you can," kind of thing, and they'd send me on my way. But still, it kept happening. I kept getting pulled over because I was yet to get my plates renewed. I'm like, I know, I'm trying.
I'm trying, man.
Haven't been pulled over since.
There you go. I also, yeah, I think since that speeding ticket, I don't speed that much.
No, it's not
It's
worth it.
it's a, yeah.
It's
Honestly,
especially in
Colombia.
well, I was gonna say in Colombia, but also in a fun car, quote unquote,
Yeah.
like the Mustangs kind of thing. It's if you're speeding, you're just a magnet. You are
Exactly.
asking to be pulled
Yeah.
over, or you're asking for someone to try and challenge you, and then that's
Yeah.
just dangerous,
And-
and there's no point to it.
I
Really.
mean, like, I feel like us being seniors now, we kind of, at least I feel like I got I wouldn't say I got a bit of a like a reality check, but like in time, I just feel like from everything that's happened in Colombia, whether it be like crashes or anything like that,
yeah.
or it be like my friends getting tickets or anything, I just
That's-
feel like it's a good.
I think I know Rockbridge has seen a very
Yeah.
unfortunate number of students who have passed away due to
Yeah.
things with cars, whether it be accidents or whatever, and yeah, between that and just growing up. I mean, we're technically adults now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, growing
Exactly.
up, you don't get to have that fun that you had, and you
No.
realize that it's not worth
Don't
it.
don't get
You know,
second
it's one
chances.
thing to be an idiot like that whenever you're 16, like just getting your license kind of thing, whatever. You don't really realize the problems with
I
that.
agree.
But as soon as you get older, you start thinking about, okay, I've gotta prepare for what's next in
Yeah.
life. You can't afford to be taking those
Mhm.
stupid risks that
Yeah.
you don't get anything past the 5-second serotonin rush. You know,
Yeah.
it's just not worth it
I
at all.
agree. And I mean, I can I can already tell you from when I first got my car to now that there's been a big change in how I drive,
Yeah,
first of all, and how I also treat everybody else on the road.
yeah.
At the same time, I feel like Columbia has pretty bad drivers in general.
And
but
pedestrians, I'll say.
yeah.
Especially as you get around the
Mhm.
campuses, people
Oh,
are
yeah.
very
That's
distracted just
also
walking through the road, and it's dangerous for everyone around.
that's also just I mean, college kids.
Yeah.
What can you say?
So
I
you next
can't
year?
no, actually.
You're not going?
I'm not going to like Mizzou or anything.
Well, yeah, but
Well, I'm going to go to welding school.
Josh just committed to welding school here on the podcast. Let's all hold
I'd
him
like
to
to
that.
commit my
Yeah, woo. I'm loving having a soundboard.
uh, but yeah, I will say there's a huge difference
Mhm.
with just time in general
Mhm.
and just experiences
Yeah.
that'll just give you a sense of, well, I should probably do this instead of this. And I wish, honestly, it hits younger kids sooner
Mhm.
than it at least did for me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it would make everybody just be safer in general.
Absolutely.
But
I
at the
think
same time, I feel like the safer thing goes like hand in hand with being like a respectful car person also, because there are the like, I don't want to say annoying, but just like very like hyperactive car guys
overly
who,
enthusiastic.
yeah, and
Yeah.
just want to go the whole time, and then they're like, and then it gets perceived as being really annoying or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I mean, quick little PSA. I know we've made a lot of jokes about our driving
Yeah.
this episode. But please drive safely. Please drive safely. Don't be distracted. Don't be messing around. If
don't use this device. It will
don't
be
use this
is
while you're
very
driving.
dangerous.
Um,
So if you can, throw it in
and
your back seat or something.
follow the speed limit and be careful, be safe, not just for you, but for the community.
Exactly.
I mean, think about you couldn't just be impacting your life for the rest of your life. You could be impacting a lot of other people's around you. And I mean, if we're trying to build this community up, if we're trying to build the car community, but also just the Columbia community up, be careful. Be careful so that we can take care of each other and we can keep each other safe and we can keep enjoying the cars. We can keep enjoying fast cars and fun and all that. And if you're going to mess around, if you're going to be stupid, because inevitably 16-year-olds are, do it in a safe place. Don't be going and speeding on a road that is busy. Don't be distracted driving with a car full of friends when you're not comfortable with that yet. I mean, do it in a place where there's no one around. Do it in a place where you know you are safe and it's a contained, controlled environment. Just because a lot of people don't realize just how dangerous vehicles can be. You could be a great driver and everything can change in an instant once you get into a vehicle. So it really is up to all of us to make it so that we can keep having these things and keep enjoying them and progressing with them.
I
And
Yep. No, you got it, Asher.
I'm just gonna say, like, on top of that, I mean, you just gotta be safe with what you do. And like I always said, controlled environment.
Yeah.
Don't
Yep.
go do it in a parking lot. Especially, don't be trespassing people's lane to have fun.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I was just gonna say that coming from like different experiences, and like I keep bringing up, just like over time developing different feelings for how you drive and everything. I will say, like, when I first started driving, and honestly, I was so scared to drive,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought it honestly made me really uncomfortable. But like now, I will any day drive anybody around because I love doing it, and it's grown on me over time, and it's, as always for most of us car guys, it's one of our ways to escape, I
Absolutely.
guess. And
It's our place.
yeah, and it just feels right. But
I think the thing that a couple of things is one. I think that our cars are our place, and in that place we can go anywhere we want to, you know. And so whenever things are bad wherever you're
except
at,
for in the ocean.
you can speak for yourself. Anyone
Fast
with
and
a
the
Dodge
Furious.
can go in the ocean.
That
Yeah.
They make great boats.
More Ram, not enough
where's the
Dodge.
Yeah, but I'm sure. Ha 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 ha.
you don't have to do it now. You don't have.
No, I'm waiting.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I totally lost my train of thought. So, the second thing I was gonna say,
My bad.
is on with driving, like you were saying, where you were scared to drive, is also. I think that a big thing with driving is confidence.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not cockiness or arrogance. Like, yeah, I'm such a good driver.
The
It's just
confidence, yeah.
confidence. Like whenever you decide to make a move, make it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I remember one of my first solo drives after getting my license was I was gonna go to the mall to pick something up, and I made a wrong turn, and I got stuck in a really bad situation because
Yeah.
traffic was super bad, and people weren't letting me over and stuff like that. And I got stuck in that situation because I didn't commit to what I was doing, and I was scared, you know, because it was my first time around. And then after that, I decided, okay, you gotta focus up, you gotta be sharper, you gotta like pay more attention. And now I love driving because it's when I get to lock in and I do get to like
Yeah.
commit, and it's there's caution, but there's not fear, if that makes sense. Like there's respect
Yeah.
for this, you know, several thousand-pound thing I'm controlling, but I'm not afraid of it because I've had time driving, you know, and I've gotten to
Yeah.
practice driving and all that. So yeah, just confidence is a big thing with driving.
True. Mr. Producer, am I allowed to talk about trucks?
No,
No. We're gonna end it if you do.
I will
We're
quit the show
we're
if you talk
probably
about
already
trucks
nearing
again.
that. So
But I just will. We were talking about car community and everything, and I
Yeah.
just wanted to, like, just bring up everybody, I guess, because I mean, whether it's cars, trucks, anything you
Trucks
like,
are nice.
anything you like, I'll say that I never thought I would be getting anywhere close to being sort of in the truck community. I never thought I would be able to say it, but I just think we should like expand a little bit.
Yeah.
Like as Colombia, like we've been talking about getting more of a like car culture, when I think we should consider it as a just like everyone culture. And
See-
that whether that's like, I know there's always kind of been like sort of beef with truck and car things, whether it be like, I mean, like a truck being a truck and a car being a car.
Yeah.
I think we could I mean, we should try and mash together as much as possible, because I think it could be a good way to create more opportunities for Colombia,
Yeah.
and just make everything bigger than it already is.
For sure. And I think in my head, whenever we talk about car community, it's like calling all tissues Kleenex.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just whenever I say car
True.
community, it's just ambiguous. That like I mean like I mean car and truck.
Yeah.
You know, like I just mean vehicle. Thing that drives bikes too. Like anyone can come and anyone can like. That's what I'm kind of thinking whenever I say like the car community kind of thing. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Because I mean, like, I will say, like, if you ever like meet somebody who like owns both, like, I will say, like, Asher loves cars, but he drives a truck, and like me, I have a Mustang, but then I just brought up that I would like to get into trucks more and everything, and it's just, I feel like everybody needs to have a little bit more, or doesn't need, or I guess should be a little bit more open to everything. And whether that's high schoolers being high schoolers and being really picky on what they like.
Yeah.
And just, I guess.
Yeah, I think you kind of got it right there. Is I think a lot of that beef, so to speak, is high schoolers being high schoolers and thinking, oh, mine's better, obviously.
For sure.
Because I mean, everyone does that. But once you start going out to and broadening your horizons, and you go to different meets and you go to different productions and all that stuff, you'll actually like see that like no one cares.
Yeah, for sure.
People just appreciate and respect the builds and the rise, and it's just a
It's
good
nice.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
What do you think, Asher? You think cars and trucks should be
It's a hot
merged
take, I'm not gonna lie.
in the community?
I think there's respect for both of them. If you think about it, you know, you got cars and trucks. Trucks do completely different things than cars. Trucks can pull a lot more than cars. Cars just go vroom and go fast.
Yep.
Right? And that's the point. I think what high schoolers get stuck up on is I'm fast.
Yeah.
Right? But
Exactly.
you truck people can also come up with the fact you may be fast, but I can pull you through a mile.
Yeah.
You can't play tug of war with me, right? So it's kind of the opposite effect of high schoolers being high schoolers fighting about it, when it's like, just know that we all drive a vehicle that does its unique things. And if you can't accept the uniqueness of someone else's car, don't start hyping up your own car.
Yes.
Because someone can shut it down so fast.
Yeah.
It's like with your Mustang, right? You can hype that sucker up, right?
yeah.
And then there will always be another faster car. I can hype up
All day.
I don't hype up my truck, but a friend of mine could pull my truck like easy if I
I'll
start
hype
hyping
up your
it up.
truck. Your truck is a great shade of orange.
Thank you.
Makes me
Actually,
really want
facts.
a tangerine.
I do like that orange though.
My front fender's a different orange.
It is, yeah. Josh, you're in the F-150 today?
I am.
So what I'm hearing is that we got to find a tow hook, and we got to tug of war each other.
Actually,
thought
no.
I'm in the Mustang, you're in the truck. Sounds good. Let's go.
He'll pull me, bro. I will not
I've
fight
been
that one.
meaning to like buy a trailer
Really?
for it. Like I'm gonna try. I want to see if I can get a like a towing tune for it, so I can tow more.
Just
Because
tow mode.
it's just a regular F-150. It's an EcoBoost.
Okay.
Get
But
tow mode.
I mean, bro, she sounds nice. She got the whistle to her and everything
Yeah?
because of the turbos on it. But
Turbos.
yes.
yeah,
Twin?
Twin.
yes, sir. She got some kick. She got some kick to her.
He's got to make that exhaust sound better.
Shut up.
As we
Yeah,
said yesterday,
but
it sounds
I-
like
no,
a vacuum cleaner.
Because I wanted to be able to like take long trips with cars and stuff, but at the same time, I don't want to have to drive my car. I'll say like all the way down to like Florida or something, and then put that many miles on it.
You
Also,
talking about the Mustang?
yeah,
Yes.
like
You think your transmission's making it to Florida, dude?
shut up, shush.
I think your transmission might only make it to like, I don't know, Jeff City.
Hey, I've made it to the Lake of the Ozarks. All
I
right,
give him the benefit of the doubt of Tennessee.
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 That's,
Yeah,
half,
that's a
that's,
safe
about
bet.
half, that's about halfway. Yeah. Well, because I just, like, it would be a little different if I, like, let's say, like I said, I would bring, like, a GT 500 or something to prom. Like, that is I will say a GT 500 or, like, a GT 350 are, like, my two, like, most, like, conceivable vehicles that I think I will be able to get.
That's fair.
And that I will, I mean, obviously that I'll try working the hardest to, because those two have been like dream cars,
Yeah.
or at least like you can't really say the GT350 because it's a newer car, but like just a GT500 in general, because it's the car I've loved almost the most my entire life.
Yeah.
But like I'll driving down there and something like that, I would actually drive the car itself.
Mm-hmm.
Because the like when I just said I drove down in my car down to the Lake of the Ozarks, it was one of the I drove just it was just me.
Sounds not fun.
It actually was much more fun than any trip I think I've ever had. Couldn't tell you why, but it made me feel good.
Well,
I
here's the
couldn't
thing.
tell you what it is.
If the weather's nice on a day, I will happily. Now, I don't think my car would make it, but I would happily take a super long road trip in my car. Just because I don't know, windows down, you get the music going, you get the exhaust, you get to just chill. But if it's like weather's bad and it's a long trip and you don't know what's up or you don't really know where you're going, I want something that's just smooth and easy and quiet. Because, like, you got to think, after 12 hours, you're going to get tired of the sound of that exhaust.
Well, I see you say that, but I will say, yeah, I get what
12 hours.
I get what you mean with the like if it's a rainy day and everything compared to if it's like a sunny day. But I will say that like it's the idea I had a lot of fun going down there because it's a louder car. Plus, I mean, since I'm on the highway cruise and I can go sixth down to fifth, back down to fourth, and be a little bit higher RPMs, but it just change and then maybe gun it once in a while and just have some fun.
Yeah, just every once in a while, I'm sure.
Until his transmission hits the pavement.
No, because I will say, I did get down to the Lake of the Ozarks in like
You were smoking.
40 minutes.
And on that note, welcome. Thank you for coming to the podcast. We're finishing there.
Do you remember getting to
There
Jeff
was
City?
there was a yellow convertible Mustang trying to race me. All right.
Did you win?
Yeah.
Okay. I was about to say.
Do you remember getting to Jeff City in the minivan for that football game?
Yes. I ended up in a crop top on the way back.
Yeah. It was great.
One of my friends got a bloody nose in the middle of the
It just
night.
randomly
I had to
started
rip
bleeding,
off
yeah.
my shirt.
He just ripped off the bottom half of his shirt, started using it. We all went out to dinner afterwards. It was nice.
I got complimented by the Hooters girls. I'm just saying.
Way to blow up the spot.
I did.
How much longer we got?
No, I mean,
I'm
it is
thinking-
11:36. Let's hit up one more good question.
One more good question. Asher,
One more
you got
good
a
question.
superheater banger for us?
No, because I've heard you guys go back and forth on how you done illegal stuff and
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Sorry.
talked about
Corrected the illegal problem.
Exactly. We paid our tickets.
We've just we're
We
telling
paid our
everybody
tickets. We've
to
said,
be,
hey, we
be
learned
safe.
our lesson.
Yeah,
They
it's
got off on it.
it's our life lessons
Yeah,
for everyone.
here's how you guys work. You have a bracket of a comet you talk about. And then in the midst of that, you get rabbit trailed. So you bracket this one and go to this one. And then on that one, you bracket that one.
I don't know what he's talking
Coming
about
back
right now,
into the
man.
point
This
of the
is
first bracket.
Cap.
Someone is not
Stop the
appreciating Uncle Chris and Uncle Josh's life lessons, and I'm not.
And
I'm
on
not
that
thrilled.
I'm out. I'm out.
Wow.
Do we stay on the
Yeah.
prom? Can we stay on the prom topic, or do we go? No, we should probably stay on the prom topic.
Stay on prom topic.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I say that, but then
okay,
nothing
this
comes
is-
to my mind.
I got one. This one, I guess, is this counts to you for next year, Asher, but not for this year. Mostly, I guess, for Josh for this year. Are you looking forward to prom?
I think you already know my answer to
I was
that.
gonna ask, are you gonna answer with words or just the side eye?
No, I mean, see, I would say yes, because, I mean, that's like the one thing I feel like every kid or something can have in common
For
is
sure.
the idea
Prom night.
of prom night. And it's this all glorious dance that you get to be with all your friends, and then you like possible girlfriend. That's your
That's
choice.
the thing is, it's
but,
like it's like such a romantic time, but
Yeah.
also doesn't have to be a romantic time. You
Exactly.
can go with buddies and
Mhm.
just live it up, dancing to all the
Fun,
songs.
yeah,
Like you can
exactly.
go with a friend, you can go with whoever, and it would be a good time,
But-
supposedly.
Yeah, I guess my answer would just be I've never been too excited about dances because I mean most of the time it just turns into a mosh pit, I
Mhm.
guess, and it's
does.
it's never really been exactly what I thought like school dances would be, because like going back to what like me saying what I've like over the years, like what you've seen and what you're supposed to think. Like, I immediately think of like the good old like Disney Channel high school movies and stuff where
Yeah.
you get to your like you get there, and all the songs are like slow dances and everything. And that's what I imagined until I got to high school.
You're just
So
picturing early 2000s music
literally,
playing.
like High School Musical, bro. Exactly. Like, hey, you can't diss on High School Musical. It's a banger. All right?
No.
I'm
This is
dissing
here.
it. I'm dissing it.
Whoa.
Wow.
Asher
Hot
ju-
take.
Asher
Hot
just-
take.
hot
It's
take,
not
hot
good,
take.
Asher
bro.
just got us 100 dislikes.
I didn't even think we got that many reactions to our first podcast. Anyway,
Why are you hating? It's about growth here,
Yeah, come on
Asher.
now.
Growth, my
Growing.
bad.
No, I'll ask. I'll go DM PewDiePie after a while or something, or Chris Fix. I got you. But I mean, yeah.
So I'd say you're excited for prom and getting to be there with your lady, but you're not excited for the getting
Yeah.
to prom.
Because I enjoy I enjoy like the going to pictures and going to dinner with people rather than the actual prom itself.
I'm always so much more.
Let's
I
go
always
do
enjoy
us.
the
Yeah,
dinner after, like
exactly.
the group after, just being like, wow, what a night.
Yeah.
Like it's always nice. Yeah, I think.
What
Oh,
about you?
Asher, are you looking
Yeah.
forward to prom next year?
In a perfect world, I would say yeah, but
Wait,
ever since I've been to high school, I haven't.
Did I
gone.
just
have-
hear next year?
I'm a junior.
No shot.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
So
That's why we're Uncle Josh and Uncle Chris.
I haven't been to a single school dance in high school.
Really?
I have not.
They're
That-
terrible.
honestly,
COVID year messed up freshman
For-
year, and then
for sure.
so I just
I was-
didn't go. I
yeah.
never went to any of them because
I
I
was
was
gonna-
just like, it's whatever. So it's like prom. It's like in
Yeah.
a perfect world, I would assume I may go with somebody and go hang out, but in the end,
Mhm.
I'm not the kind of person to go. It's like you said, I'd rather go do us and do our own
Yeah.
thing, show up for 10 minutes,
I
say, oh,
agree.
we're here, we've made it, keep on doing our own
I
thing
agree.
outside of it.
Yeah.
And then if someone else wants to join, the bigger the group, the
There you
better
go.
that we know.
Mhm.
I've gone through 2 breakups at 2 school dances, so I'm going to prom solo,
Was
and
one
I'm rocking
was
that.
one freshman year?
Yup,
I remember.
son.
I remember that one.
Yup. we had the little talking, and then I walked back in the last 10 minutes of the dance as all the couples were doing the slow dances. And Lake at the time was there, and he looked at me, and he just gave me kind of a look, and I just looked at him, and then he like came up and we gave each other a bro hug, and then I left. I was like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah.
So it was a good night though,
Yeah.
as a whole. Yeah, really had a good time. I did not.
Good.
All right. I will go ahead and get us out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of the Grease Monkey Glory podcast. And yeah, take care, drive safe. See you next time. Are we still rolling? Who the hell